Hello everyone, Fudge 3004 here. Welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. We need to find ice if we are going to use our ship here, but we also got to put on thrusters and all that. I'm more interested in finding ice for the time being, and then we can work on getting this ship ready. And again, once I get the thrusters on here, I'm going to take off this bottom piece here, and I'll put on some landing gears, and maybe not quite that long of a piece, but a fairly decently long thing twice so I can land pretty good, and then we will try to find some other places to go, like a lake or something. I'm gonna go over there to A8. I believe that's what it is. Should be A8, should be ice. Let's go check this out. And A8 is ice. So that's just over almost 2 kilometers away. I'm gonna go over there, see if I can find some ice. And another thing to know for everybody out there is they are adding they're adding more stuff to the game. There's going to be an update coming pretty soon. No word on when, but it's supposed to be pretty soon. And they're going to be putting in factions and different things like that. So everybody be prepared for that. That looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. They're also going to have a trading system and stuff, so we can trade with other players, and there's some new skins you can buy. They're $2.02 a piece, and there's 3 sets of skins, and they have 8 pieces with them. Of course, the whole suit thing, welder, grinder, the gun, and the drill. And there are 3 different sets of those, so you can actually go and get those, put those on your, in your game, and they will automatically be loaded in your game. You can play those. They're also adding like shields and all kinds of stuff, so there's offline rating protection. So if you have a store, there's stores too, you can trade with other players or NPCs, and they're starting to add a lot of that NPC stuff in. So hopefully things will be kind of more comparable to some other games instead of just a building game, because that's right now is pretty much kind of what it is. Sad to say, but it's a great game. I love this game. 1,500 hours in it, and 1,600 right now, and I just have so much fun with it. But again, I'm kind of sometimes finding it not as much fun as some other games that I could mention that I won't. But it is a good game. But they're adding more stuff, so that's actually going to be helpful a lot. And yeah, look forward to that update. It's coming out here pretty soon. We don't know when. Like I said, it's just going to be here soon. I think I'm going to go down there and maybe circle around that way. So I'm going to turn around and head back down that way. I'm going to go over to where the ice is, and as soon as I get there, start getting some ice and get some in my ship here so I can have my engine running and everything else like that. I will come back to you guys, and I'll put a link in the description about the new things coming out in the news, and hopefully it'll be here fairly soon, and then we can really check that out. But I do want to see if we can find a lake or something to get so we can have a bunch of ice. And again, I'll probably build a big drilling rig so that we can get a ton of ice and put that in our ship, because we're going to need it if we're going to actually be going up to space anytime soon. Alright, I've gathered as much ice as my little vehicle is going to be able to carry as far as the cargo container goes, and I have the oxygen generator full. And so he's not quite as full as I can get him, but it's going to be good enough. There's 56,000 kilograms of ice. I think that'll be enough for a little while. So some of the things that they are adding is NPC straight trading station, all control AI controlled store and contracts generated and player made. So there will be ones that are already in the game, and they are also having new blocks, store, contracts, and safe zone. So you can do contracts now. New items, data pad, zone chip, consumables, and space credits. So that's how you'll buy stuff, is with the space credits. And faction reputation, so it's going to be kind of like some other games like Empyrean and stuff like that. In-game currency, so again like Empyrean and some other games, like No Man's Sky also. with a lot of this stuff, player to player trading. So if you have a friend or whatever, or somebody on your server that you want to trade with, you can, and you guys can trade each other things. New admin tools so that we can get the trash out and different things like that. And consumables, med kit and power kit. What that means, I don't know. But with the med kit, I'm kind of thinking that maybe they'll end up having, or end up putting in like health or something like that. So that would actually be a new feature. That would be kind of interesting for the game, because we have not had any sort of health thing in Space Engineers like ever. And so if there was health in the game, that would definitely change things quite a bit. Let's see if we can safely get back over to our drilling rig, wherever it is. I'm thinking it's over here. I'm hoping it's over here at least. Let me put it like that. I think I marked it, but maybe not. I know it's about 2 kilometers away from there. It should be right over there, where we got the ice from. So hopefully we'll be able to find it okay. Let me go do some checking to see if I can find my place okay, and I'll be right back. Alright, I was right. It's right over there. Just little over 2 kilometers away. It looks like they're actually adding quite a bit of new things. They had some minor updates in recent weeks, so I think they're building up for a big one. No date yet on when that big one will be coming, but they are allowing people to test the public beta to find out, how things are going and stuff like that, or publicly test the beta to make sure everything is working. This kind of seems a little bit dangerous. Ooh, okay. As long as I'm careful over here, I should... Whoa, don't go flipping over, buddy. I don't need to lose everything I just got done drilling. So yeah, with these rovers, man, trying to get around can be very tricky proposition, especially when you got rough terrain, or all of this not level terrain kind of stuff going on. It can be real fun. I'm gonna head back to the base and start getting that ship built, and I'll catch up to you guys as soon as we get the thrusters on and all that kind of stuff. Something I'm gonna do here before I get that ship going over there is I built a little platform here, and I put a connector up here. What I'm thinking is, if I have a connector here and a connector on this on the back of our little buggy here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to back up the ramp or not, but we will see. Then I can charge up my little rover here, and then I have to worry about always having the motor running on here all the time, the engine right there, and I should be able to get around. I'm hoping it'll charge it. It should, from the energy we're getting from those. That would actually be really good. So I'm going to go ahead and build this stuff. I put down the connector right here, and as long as you have the circle facing out, so if I go to number 7, then that's the back right there. We don't want the back. What we want is the front. So it can be like this. It can be turned okay, maybe not quite like that. It can be turned any which way you want it, like that, and that really doesn't matter. And then for the ship, we want it going this way. Now there's 2 sizes, obviously, a large and a small, and I chose to put it right there, kind of up a little bit. Oh, that way it isn't like dragging on the ground or anything, and hopefully be able to back up. If I can't, then I will just raise it up a little bit more, put some blocks up on top of the battery, and do it that way. I am going to work on this and see if I can get this guy welded up. I think I can do quite a bit of it, so I need construction components, small steel tubes, motors, and computers. The big one is going to take quite a bit more because it is a larger grid one. As you can see, 130, 150 steel plates. I'm about to make quite a bit more of that. I'm going to work on these and see how this works, and I'll catch up with you guys after I get all this stuff built, because this is going to be a little bit of a process. I got the one on the ship built. Now I'm going to build this one. So he is complete. You can see all the parts there for the large one. And all the parts for this one are right there. And you can see that. Now, this is going to be the hard part, is kind of getting this guy lined up, but I think I can do it okay. And it will just automatically connect once it gets close enough. I'm hoping it doesn't break anything, but we will find out. Let's go backwards, and I'm going to do is spin around like this. I need to get a little bit straighter, but I can do that a-okay. Um, uh, 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 uh. Okay, good. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Alright, let's come up here a little bit like this. Maybe what I should do is put that actually on the front of it. That might actually be a lot better alternative than trying to do this backwards like this. That way I can just see what I'm doing, and I'm going to have to definitely figure out how I'm going to get up here a lot easier other than scraping everything, unless I put that down on one of these levels, which I always can. I just got to find out if it will work and where it will work. Let me do some looking here, and then we'll get this ship built and do some flying around. Alright, just got that built, so you can see that right here I have the white line right here indicating that it's powered, and the white line on there indicating that's powered. When they're off, they're red. And so when they're white, that means that they have power to them. So if I take off the parking brake and I move forward, you can see that it will light up yellow, which means that they are ready to connect. Now I could leave it like this, but if I really want to connect it, is all I got to do is press P, and now I am connected to it. So now I can actually even build something to pull that stuff out of wherever that is connected to, but I am not going to right now, because you can see that is actually holding me in place pretty good. And what that also means is, let's go to control panel, and let's go to this engine, wherever the engine is, hydrogen engine, and let's just go and turn that off. Now we can go to our battery, which is going to be the one in the white. The one in the, if we had a battery, we do have a battery on our station, I do believe, and that one is going to be yellow, but it doesn't look like we do. So if we can build a battery on our station, let's see here. So this is going to recharge it in like 15 minutes from the power that we have coming from our little station here. Don't shut off the power to your ship if you are connected to it, because that's not going to do any good. Just shut off the engine and keep the battery on, because if you shut this off, it's just going to drop off, and then you're going to be not connected anymore. So I'm just going to go and leave everything on like that, and that's a good way to recharge our battery. Now, our battery will be charged soon, so that's actually going to be really one of the best things. Let's get up on there, and we don't have a control panel to see it, but we can always go into the station here and actually check it out from there. But this thing will be charging up here soon, because it's just going to use a little bit of energy for the lights, and to be honest, we can actually probably just shut those lights off. Let's go to I, and let's control panel, and let's find our lights. Spotlights right here and here, and let's do rover lights. Okay, have that ready. Press save, exit out of that, go to G, groups. Now, those are the drills for the station, where we don't want that. We want these. Let's go to toggle block on and off, and then get out of that. So we go to number 1, and that's going to shut off the lights. It's still charging, so that's actually really good. That's the part that we are looking for the most. Anything else here that is different colors means that those are things that are on the grid that we are connected to. If we were sitting in that control seat, the stuff for the rover would be these colors instead of the white. So the white is whatever you are sitting in or are on. So if we go to the base, then everything will be white except for the things on the rover. Alright, let's look at the battery again and just see here. Okay, 14 minutes it'll be fully charged, so it's storing up power, and that's good. Alright, you can see actually there's 2 bars right there already filling up, so that's working really, really good. I was thinking of some way to try to recharge this, and it's like, man, I wish there was something. And it's like, wait, I could use a connector. It's kind of a pain to do, but we got it done, so now we don't have to worry about it. Okay, I'm going to leave the ice in the oxygen generator, and we can also store a lot of stuff in here because this has 11,000 liters, and that's going to be really good. This thing has a lot more, but, you know, let's take out as much as we can here, and let's go up and start putting that on our ship. Now, one of the things that we know we need is the cobalt to be able to make the parts for our ship. For right now, what I'm going to do is just go and put like a bit of ice in here. Now, we can probably fill this all the way up like we did there, but I don't really know if we're going to fill it that far up. For one thing, it's going to be really heavy. Now, I put on all of these pieces right here to be able to hook up the thrusters, and that's why I had to grind this down quite a ways to get this bed out of the way so I can put these on. I can take off this piece right here, so let's do that. Just don't drill those off or grind those off yet, so otherwise this thing is just going to fall, and that's not going to do us any good. We might have to put on more than one thruster. I am going in each direction, but that's why I also have these back here. I'm going to lift straight up with those, and I can also put on, should probably put on another one of these connectors like this right here. So let me go back to here, and let's go to number 7. I need interior plates. I do know that. Let's go into here, and let's get some interior plates. We're going to need motors and everything else too. How's our little drill thing doing? Chewing up the cobalt pretty good. You can see we have a lot of cobalt. We have a lot of iron and nickel and silicon. We can get more as we, you know, move around, move this station around and stuff. Let's go to that. That way we have more ports with which to work. Sweet. Now, go to number 9, and we will get these guys up. Okay, there's one, and here is another one. Alright, that's done. Now, another thing we can do, too, is also put a connector on here, really charge up these batteries good, but this engine should do okay once we get it full of ice, and these batteries will recharge pretty quickly with it. I'm thinking about actually having the landing gears as long as this, because that way, if it doesn't work, it ain't going to fall down and crash and break into a million pieces. Until we can actually get this thing to fly, I think that might be the best idea. I'll have to figure out how to do that, but I'll be doing that in a little bit. Let me go see if I have any thrusters on here. I do not yet, but I can get some on here. I'll go to the next toolbar and go to G, and then I will do thrusters. That would be power blocks, I do believe, maybe. Okay, nope, that would just be, I don't see any thrusters on here. Let me go see progression. Did we open thrusters up yet? I hope we did, but I guess we'll be finding out here in just a minute. Still need to build ladders and stuff so I can show you guys some of that stuff, but we'll get to that. Ooh, nice. So we have small reactors open and large reactors. Nice. I think. Yeah, because we built a refinery, and alright. Okay, those are the ion thrusters and the atmospheric. We can't use these with the engine. It just isn't powerful enough to do anything. So we need hydrogen, which means we need to build a hydrogen tank. So all we got to do is build the tank, and I don't think I actually built the tank. I'm not going to leave the tank on there because the oxygen generator will actually build enough stuff. So let's put you on there, or we'll keep enough stuff on there. I am just going to build this thing real quick, and then I will take it back off because we can use this. It's just This thing is, well, you can see all the parts that it takes. It's just going to make this thing weigh even more, and that's not going to help us out. So let me just build this so we can get our thrusters. Oops, and then I'll put on the tools again that we're going to need, and I'm going to build this in character tools. Come on, you can do it. Let's go to here, and let's go to here. And I'm going to get this built, and then we'll take this back off and start putting on thrusters. Alright, now we have the hydrogen thrusters opened. And to open those, of course, build a hydrogen tank, which is good for like a large thing, or even like this ship. If we were to, want to go really, really super long ways, that'll make a lot of hydrogen, which will eat up the ice, which will be, it would be lighter, but I'm not seeing a point in it right now. We'll see what happens. So we have these, and now what I'm thinking is let's just go ahead and put on at least for sure 2 of these going up. I don't know if it's going to be able to lift it once we get this thing full of ice and everything, but you know what? We will find out. We may have to actually end up putting on like some large ones or something, and those are going to be really expensive. So do that, and let's put on some that go backwards, side to side, of course. And if I do have to take a little bit of this stuff off to be able to get more to go up, then I will. Side to side, and then I'm going to have to get up on top. I don't know if I'm going to have any more going side to side because, I just don't think I'm going to need to. But we'll definitely have some going forward and some going backwards. Now, with thruster damage on, just remember that if you have anything in the way of these, it will damage them. What I'm thinking is if we do that, then we can put on a couple of more, tubes coming out, and I should be able to lift up like that. Hopefully this will work, but we will see. Now, these are going to take the cobalt, so let's go see what all we need. Metal grids, large tubes, constructions, steels. Pretty much that's what we're going to need. Build as many of these as we can. Or get as many of these parts built as we can. That way we don't have to be carrying everything. Okay, we're already out of construction components. I know there's some on there, but let's just go and take these out, or I guess make these. Let's do those. Let's do about probably 100 of those. We're gonna... Okay, production, let's just cancel that. Okay, we have these. Take those. And let's go building these. Okay, we're getting them built. It's going to be a process. There's only 4 grids per small one, but I don't know if that's going to work out good or not. And then we'll have to, of course, make some that go down. Because if we go into space or something, we have to go down, obviously. We may not get around to flying this episode, but at least this thing will be ready to go. And we can probably give it a test, at least. Make sure it's going to, do okay and all that. Now, I know I still need to put some over there, so I still got to work on that. You. Okay, construction already? Wow. Alright, build some more construction components. You think you got everything, and then you realize, nope, you still need a heck of a lot more. So we still got quite a few more to do, man. Well, you figure 15 each, and that goes by pretty quickly. We're going to have to fly up there to put some more pieces on, because we're not going to be able to get up there otherwise. Alright, what are we missing? Steel plates. Luckily, we have enough of those. Take those, and let's finish building these. Just remember to build things like all the way, just like Empyrean or Osiris. Build things all the way, otherwise if they get damaged, they're going to last a lot less time. I think this one should actually go forward as well. That is my thought. just because if we are going to need to go forward and this thing can't go forward very fast, then we're not going to be doing so good. So let's go to number 2, put you right there, go to number 9, and now I still need to get up there. Let's go to number 2 and see. Oh, just got you. Barely. Yep, we reached him, but just barely. Now I just got to get up there, so I'm just going to fly up there, maybe see if I can land on top of here or something, so I'm not using up all of my energy. 9. And more grids. So we need 4 more grids to build that. Everything else on here is built. I don't think we're going to need another one going down, but we will on this side. Let's go and do that. And then we will start getting the grids and constructions. Looks like our batteries should be charging up pretty good. He looks like he's getting pretty full. He ain't quite full yet, but you can see he's getting full. Yeah, he's only 1 more bar away. Okay, let's do some more grids. Let's do 10 more of those, and let's just go into 100 because we're gonna need these anyway. That, grab that, and let's finish this off. I don't know if it's going to be able to lift off is the whole thing, because once we get a lot of ice in there, that is definitely going to be a problem. We may end up having to put a large battery on, but we will see. Next, like I said, I'm going to go and put on some long pieces like this for the landing gear, and then that way we will know if we're going to be okay or not. Because if this thing falls, I don't really want to have to rebuild this. That's probably have enough plates and everything, hopefully. Let's find out. I'm going to put on these few pieces for the landing gears and everything, and then we will see about taking this thing out for our little test drive. And I can get 1 more on there, and then we can put on our landing gear. Alright, which is number 9. I just have to be careful where I'm stepping, because I really don't want to, fall off into a deep hole or anything that I was drilling, Okay. This is not going to be an easy task. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to get this built, and I'll come back to you guys. Alright, may not be the prettiest thing in the world for right now, but it will work, and it will hold us up. And I figured, for one thing, we can actually walk underneath it really good. Now, since they're all attached, what we can do is cut this right here, and it shouldn't go anywhere. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but in some of my other worlds that I'm playing on, sometimes when I grind stuff off of a base like this, these things stop turning. If they do, just grind them down and rebuild them. You don't have to. You probably have to take them all the way off to get them to work, but maybe not. I don't remember, but I do know I had to regrind them and then rebuild them, and that was kind of a pain in the Watusi. So let's take off all this undercarriage, as I said before, mainly for weight purposes. Trying to be very careful what I grind, because I really don't want this thing to fall or anything else like that. Thing falls on us, we're gonna think we got hit by something. Okay, so this is our little ship right here that we're gonna be flying around in. As far as I know, I got everything on it that I need, except jumping up here. And let's take a quick look. It looks like I did, so yeah. And that's gonna work right there for that, because it isn't blocking any of that stuff. And hopefully this will work okay. It's gonna be a little gnarly for a little bit, but it should be good. I'm gonna get some more ice off. I think our battery's almost fully recharged. That's good. Let's go and take as much ice as we can, and let's put that in here. And once we start this up, we will know for sure if it is going to work, and then we can always give it a little test run and see. Now that engine's going to take quite a bit of the ice, and that's why I got so much, because it is going to take quite a bit. It's going to charge those batteries, but it's also going to take a lot of ice. Let's just drop a bunch of this stuff in here. See, that actually got us like 3,000 or 2,000 more ice, so kilograms of ice that is. Okay, it's going to make it back heavy, but it should work. And let's get rid of this piece right here. And now, let's go F. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on this bad boy or not. A little bit. Okay, we can put on lights in just a little bit. Let me press Y first to get this going. We have lights right on the top. Okay, I forgot about that. Now, as soon as the ice kind of gets transferred into the oxygen generator, then it will be making some ice or hydrogen fuel. Oh, I know why. Let's go to F. I mean, now we need to go to here, and since that engine is taking everything, let's turn you off, and now we should have fuel. Let's go to P. Okay. Up. I. Control panel. Landing gears. Select all of them, and auto lock is turned off. Let's just go ahead and say flyer land gears. Save. G groups. I don't want the auto lock on or off. I just want this block on or off, so that way we know what we're doing. Okay. Now when we go to P, this should... Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to lift off. We just don't have quite the lift that I was hoping that we would. But with all that weight, I can understand why. Alright. We're going to have to definitely put on some larger thrusters, and we'll be doing that in the next episode to give this guy a good fly. May even just do that off camera, and then I will test this, and then we'll come back in the next episode and see. But we did do some things. We got some things done. We got this built. We just need more thrust, and that's why I'm thinking I have those on there. I don't know. I can try to build a couple more. I just don't know if it's going to be able to lift us up or not. And of course, if we got rid of some of this weight here, then that would help out a lot too. I just have to make sure I can lift up before I do anything. Getting rid of some of that ice in there is definitely going to help, but the hydrogen tank is just going to weigh more. So, let's go see. Okay, so the O2 generator has 26,000 kilograms in it, which is pretty much right in the middle, so that's going to help the ship stay stabilized a little bit. Alright, everybody, well, thank you for joining me here. I will work on this. I'll get this thing flying as best I can. Might have to put on some large thrusters. Let's do a quick look here, and let's just see if we go to number 2, and let's go down to the large ones. This is a large small ship thruster. These things are not very small if you ask me, but we can attach them to the outside of those there. Just like that right there. And this should give us enough lift. It's just going to weigh a lot. I'm going to work on getting this stuff done. Like I said, in the next episode, we will definitely see about flying this bad boy and see if we can actually get off the ground or something. Why could I connect it on that side, but I can't connect it on this side? Do I not have enough steel plates? Nope. Alright, I will talk to you guys later. I'll work on doing this, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for joining me here. This is Space Engineers. I am the Fudge 3004. We have our battery most of the way full. We could probably even do the same thing here and put a connector on the top of here, and then, you know, even have something come connect to here and really recharge those batteries, and maybe put on a bigger battery. I'll see what happens. I'll test this out, and I will let you guys know in the next episode. You guys have a great day. We will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.